Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga. In our last episode, we completed Chapter 6, and in doing so, we were able to kill the Master Assassin Kuroda. He was a Tidereaver pirate who had been sent to kill us. Now, it did appear, though, that he did escape and wasn't actually killed, but we defeated him in battle, and we were able to successfully make it through the campaign without really suffering any losses, so that was fantastic. In terms of the story, we learned a few pretty important details, first of which is that there is a massive civil war brewing now that the Empress has been killed, creating a bit of a power vacuum, and obviously there's going to be some positioning amongst the other nobles for power and position, and that's going to likely lead to conflict. In addition, we've learned that the general of the Imperial Army believes that Prime Minister Casimir, is potentially evil and that he had a hand in the princess's death. And of course, we know that Prime Minister Casimir executed the princess and blamed Craig and Zelos for the murder. So that means at least we have allies that believe that we are innocent and that the Prime Minister is actually quite evil. So very interesting to see what comes next. And we're going to jump right into Chapter 7, Tidereaver. A massive storm has forced the Tidereaver fleet to chain together and wait. We will capitalize on their weakness. Craig and the Denari Temple achieve a stunning victory in the defense of Fort Naxos and liberate the area from the Tidereaver menace. Having taken heavy losses, Tidereaver Commander Kuroda orders a retreat back to the sea. The Tidereaver occupation came with a cost to the region. The locals have been plundered dry, and some have been taken as slaves to work for whoever will buy them from the Tidereavers. Craig considers that it was only his presence that invited such despair upon these people. As Craig and the Denari warriors prepare to board their ships at Port Genos, a powerful storm arrives, blocking the direct sea route to Lemelin. While this presents a problem for Craig, the retreating Tidereaver fleet seems caught in the worst of it. Okay, so it looks like we may be then proceeding to attack the Tidereavers while they're on the retreat to try to eliminate them from the area and hopefully liberate any of those captured town populace that have been enslaved. Now, before we go any further here, let's do our conversations. So, importantly, our allies from prior to our betrayal at the hands of Prime Minister Casimir have reunited with us, as they do believe we're innocent. So that's Sybil, Barnabas, and Abigail's brother. So it looks like Sybil and Diana have a conversation here, self-sabotage. Hello, Sister Great Paladin. I'm Diana. I mean, Sybil. Sybil! Hello, Sybil. I do remember you. Well, what do you think? I've become a war priestess for Viridia. That is, until Barnabas and Jules dragged me out here. That is honorable. You should be proud. Wait, are you busy or something? No, I suppose not. It's just that I know you give the final word on all Sisterhood of Justice hopefuls, and it was difficult with you, Sybil. What do you mean? This land needs hearts such as yours, willing to sacrifice to root out the evil that surrounds us on all fronts. But in the end, the Denari Temple must remain steadfast in its ancient traditions. If we make sacrifices against the future, we will have lost our divine precedent for survival. And to that end, the Paladin leadership values a certain solemn dignity as a core tenet of our sacred order. One should be, in a way, reluctant to wield the power that comes with joining the Sisterhood of Justice. I'm very sorry, Sybil. I know it can be harsh news to bear. I just want it too much. That's always the case. What am I supposed to do? Just fake it or something? It will come with time. Dinar willing, your heart will find peace. It must... I dread the thought of growing old while bearing the burden of restlessness and regret. Yeah, right, like that'll ever happen. Not even you notice me. What, pray tell, has left you with such sorrow? You had parents, right? Not me. But who cares about Sybil when there's a million other orphans to worry about? I was indeed blessed to be around my father for much of my childhood, exceedingly harsh as he was. Yeah, but at least you had someone to tell you if you're doing a good job or not. You are leading a good life, Sybil, but it must not come from... Yeah, I know. I've heard it a million times. It can't come from someone else saying it. But I don't care. You can do that because you were taught to be just... to just be fine as who you are. And I wasn't. Just be fine with that, okay? Of course. Forgive my shallow words, Sybil. It's just me being stupid again. Just forget the last few minutes, please, Sister Diana. Consider it forgotten. Dinar watch over you. Thank you. Well, that's kind of interesting. So it seems like Diana's point there is that if a person wants to become a paladin of Dinar, that it kind of defeats the purpose. It should be reluctant. And because Sybil wants it so badly, she wouldn't be a good choice for the position. And I guess that does kind of make some sense, but it is kind of sad in a way that she can't, get to her dream position, I suppose. So just to kind of go over this again. So you can see here, Jules and Abigail, I believe, are brother and sister, if I'm not mistaken. Barnabas is friends with a number of the characters here, and Stefan is friends with Diana. So we are going to, obviously, as the campaign progresses, probably find out more and more about all of the characters and their relationships. Let's go to our army screen here. Now, a lot of things happened in that last battle. Chief among those, it looks like our units in Craig's squad, Jules' squad, and Marion's squad can be promoted. So let's do that. We'll jump in here. We will change the class of Parsa. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll have at least one of these two units. Let's see who... Let me just do unit status between Armin and Parsa. They're very similar. Just seeing if there's any stat differences between them. Maybe Armin we will turn into the... We will turn Armin into the soldier. Excellent. Now he'll be able to then protect the back line behind him. And then why don't we turn Parsa also into... We could either go spearman or soldier. Cavalier would also be a choice, but I don't think we want to go for mounted cavalry. So why don't we go spearman as well? Just seeing. Yeah, let's go spearman. So now we can move our units around because we want... We'll put him back there for a second. We want Armin in the center to provide cover to the units behind him. And then Brahm and Parsa can provide additional damage on either side. So it's nice because I think everyone is now level 9. Although Brahm is a little bit higher level because he's the one that survived the atrocity in Chapter 5 that we suffered. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's go over to Jules' squad here, and we can just change the class of all of these guys. I think we're all going to just go with Archer because either that or I guess we could go Horsebow. But I think Archer would be good. And then we'll just jump around to all of the group in the stack here. Same thing. Jules himself, I don't think we can change his class. Currently, he is an archer. Perfect. Okay, so now all of his squad is full of archers. And then we can also upgrade Marion's unit here. We can change Edmund's class. So we could turn him into another soldier. We could turn him into a spearman. I think we'll maybe turn him into another soldier. There we go. Okay. So that's fantastic. Now, I think that about does it for units that can be promoted at the very least, but let's see if there's any space in any of these squads for perhaps more units. I noticed Jules' squad here. If we removed that Shinobi Gi, we have, what, 5 spaces currently? So if we remove the Gi, let's see how much that costs us. That's 2, so we would have, what's that, 7? I think adding another archer would cost 10, although because of archer captain, archery units in this squad cost 2 less capacity, so I think we're just 1 shy of being able to add another unit. Now, Barnabas' squad could certainly add, it looks like, another unit. We would just need another horseman. Stefan's squad, they've got a bit of space, but probably not quite enough to add somebody else. Now, Diana's squad would be very, very close, and if we got rid of Excalibur, I believe we would be able to add another unit. Let's just see. Maybe not quite. Again, you have to add that +2, so maybe not. Abigail's squad is basically maxed. Hella's squad, there's a bit of space, but probably not enough. Marion's maxed out, and then Gunther is also pretty much maxed out. So what we could do, however, is try to form a new squad or shuffle some of the units that we already have, because it would be nice to get this that dragon unit into Thorax here into a squad. And he's also healing attuned. When being healed, the effect is increased by 50%, so that would be very good. It would be nice to get him into a squad if we could. Just trying to see who would maybe be best for that. Like Hella's group, it wouldn't be bad if we removed one of the... Let's see, if we were to remove one of the 2... Let's just take a look at their status and see which one would be better to remove. Well, Freya's got the Warrior Hubris trait, although Sarah is a higher level, so maybe we'll remove Freya. And then we will add, if we can, we'll add Thorax the Dragon. Put him right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, it would be great if we could get Freya into a stack here. The other option would be we try to create a unit with Freya, but I don't know if that's going to be very easy to do. Again, Diana's squad, we almost have enough space to put another unit. So, like, if we were to add Freya, it would cost us 12. But I believe if we remove this artifact... Oh, that would give us 3. So, you know what? Let's see if we can do that. Perfect. Okay, look at this. And we can add in Freya into the stack now. That's fantastic. You know what? Maybe we can even change Freya's class. Oh, but you know what? Freya... let's just see... how do I get over to her? There we go. She doesn't have enough CP. I was going to say I could turn her perhaps into a caster, but that won't be possible. However, she will provide some protection to the 2 units in the back there at least, so we hopefully don't have that same problem we had last time where the healers both got ambushed by those rogues. So there, that's pretty solid. Now let's just double check and see. We did get a few more items for artifacts here. Let's just see what else we've got. So we've got the Acolyte's Mace, which is pretty solid. That's equipped to one of our groups already. The Crusader Mace decreases magic, increases strength. We've got another copy of Kesh's Daikatana. And then now we have the Excalibur that is available. Let's just double check and see. Does everyone... Oh, Barnabas' squad doesn't even have an artifact, so why don't we equip... Excalibur to Barnabas' squad. There, that's great. And then Diana's squad doesn't have, but they have maxed out capacity. Everybody else has something. Marion's squad doesn't. Maybe we can give them something that only costs 1. If we have something that only costs 1. Kesh's Daikatana does. Just a little bit of decreased health. I think that's reasonable. There. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I think that takes care of most of our unit stuff. But before we go any further, we should check the marketplace here and see who we can recruit. Ooh, we've got a dark affinity on Julius here, so I may just recruit Julius just for that dark affinity. Ooh, Lisette here. Resolve. Let's see. Unit takes 25% less damage when under 50% max health. That is pretty useful. We've got a Swordmaster character here with Bodyguard. And then, ooh, look at Robert here. Desert Warrior. Squad is immune to Heat Wave and Desert Movement penalty when this unit is the leader, I guess. But I don't think we really need any of them at this stage. Let's just check the trader real quick. Earth Affinity here. I wouldn't mind having a few of these. Let me see if I have any before I buy it. But I do like the Earth Affinity for, like, upfront fighters. Let's see. Skill. This increases skill and evasion, but decreases health a little bit. Cloak of Cunning. Greatly reduces chance to being critically hit. Obsidian, that's a rare resource. We do have 3 of it already. Roast Beef of Might increases unit strength by a little bit. Let's see. Cold-Blooded. Plus 25% damage to already damaged enemies. Concentration. Unit can no longer critical hit, but deals plus 15% damage. That might be a decent one, just so that your unit does a flat increased damage. Enemies cannot critical hit this unit. Again, that would be great on, like, a tank-type character. But let me just go back to the Organized Army section here and go to Use Item. Just want to see... I'm not actually going to do it. I just want to see what we've got. We don't have the affinity for Earth. We have Dark, Water, and Light. We do have Bodyguard, which I may give, actually, to... I think I'm going to apply that. So let's use the item on Armin here. We will give him Bodyguard, just to confirm what that does. Deal 20% more and take 20% less damage if covering the squad leader, and he is covering Craig, so we will give him that trait. There we go. And then, let's just quickly go back to the marketplace here, and we will purchase the Earth Affinity just so that we have it. Otherwise, I think we're good. I mean, I am tempted to maybe buy the Beef of Might just to buff up one of my units a little bit, so let's do that. And then, I noticed that we have plenty of research scrolls, so let's go to our tech tree here. So we've got plenty of options. So in the Tier 2 category here... we've already got Advanced Material Science and Obsidian Forging unlocked. Now, to get up to the next tree, unlock 2 more Tier 2 techs, so we need to make sure we do that. Let's see here. Got some options. Sisterhood of Justice. Acolytes, Paladins, Valkyries, Exemplar, and Titan receive an additional bonus to magic resistance based on a portion of their armor. Warhorse Husbandry. Advanced breeding resulted in larger, hardier war horses. This would buff the max health of our cavalry. Let's see. Given our Drakelings, Dragons, and Dragon Riders 25% faster class mastery gain from combat and a slightly increased chance to appear as mercenaries. So it basically just makes them get class mastery faster, but it doesn't really help them in battle per se. Unlocks a recruitment slot for apprentices. All support classes gain 20 maximum hit points. Easier for our cavalry squads to achieve a charge attack. Instead of requiring having moved 7 tiles, they can now move 6 to get to the same effect. I'm just taking a look at some of these Tier 1 upgrades just to see. Unlocks a second artifact slot. Now, this one I might do just because I think that would actually be helpful for us. Not that I'm going to necessarily be using it a ton right now, but... infantry, so let's see. All light infantry, light cavalry, archery, and firearms units gain extra armor. I do really like buffing the heavy infantry. That's something I quite enjoy. Oh, hang on. +1 arrows fired by archery units at 2 or more range. You know what? That could be pretty useful. Why don't we grab that? And then we need just 1 more at this tier, and then we can grab maybe something at the top tier up there. Why don't we buff our female fighters there? Okay, here we go. Now we've got tier 3 upgrades. Let's take a look at what these are. Gunsmithing, so that means we could unlock some of the gun classes. No, gun units wouldn't be negatively affected by weather. Artillery has increased splash radius and damage. Archery classes are now the light unit type, a massive advantage to mobility and ambushes. Villages, towns, castles, and bases held by our faction now provide healing to our squads within 3 tiles every turn. That's pretty powerful. Let's see, advanced flanking. Plus 15% attack power when engaging in close-range battles for each allied squad that is adjacent to the target enemy squad. So if you kind of surround the unit, you'll get a benefit. Dragoons are now light cavalry type. Magician and Dragon Breath attacks ignore 25% of the target's resistance. Status effects from Magician and Dragon Breath attacks have an increased chance to be afflicted. That's pretty powerful. Spells that have a charge-up turn can now be cast on the first turn of battle when on offense. That's also very, very powerful. Wow, okay. All Magician and support classes are now of the normal unit type rather than slow. Magician attacks decay in power more slowly when used consecutively. So that would help with mobility. You know what? Let's maybe grab that one. I'm thinking about like the squads that have the mages and stuff in the back. That would speed them up dramatically. So that's very, very good. So there's our research upgrades. So I think we're ready to go. So let's deploy. See what comes next. The Sea Shepherd, far out at sea from Port Genos. Alright, here we are, on the edge of a bleeding storm in the middle of the Herald Sea. Well, there's the storm, then there's the bloodthirsty outlaws. Can we catch up to the Tidereaver ships? They ain't moving. Probably hunkered down to ride out the storm. Wait a minute, If we don't make an example of them now, we're going to keep getting pushed around. We can also free the prisoners and treasure they plundered from Port Genos. Any objections? We trust you, Craig. I will fight the cult and their pawns no matter where. Hell's bells, Craig. I hope I don't find myself on your bad side someday. Chapter 7, Tidereaver. Okay, interesting. So it looks like we are on a bunch of ships that have been sort of harbored together here to ride out the storm. And we've got some friendly ships in different locations. So you can see we have Stefan down here. Looks like we have Craig up here. And then do we have anything over on this side? We do. And there's Diana. All right, let's see what we're up against here. So I don't see like a command post area, just numerous enemy squads that we're going to be fighting. Let's take a look at the mission info. So our victory condition is to seize the Tidereaver flagship. Our defeat condition, Craig is defeated in battle. Our challenge missions, Narima is not defeated in battle. Seize all Tidereaver ships. And let's see, target turns 1 of 11. So we have to do this in 11 turns. And then there's 5 objectives to capture and 5 enemy target squads that must be eliminated. So I'm assuming, okay, so we have to get to the wheel of the ships to claim the ship. That makes sense. So I wonder, okay, that's the flagship right there. So it's this one in the center that we have to get to. So I think we're going to want to spread our forces out somewhat. So Craig is up here, and of course Craig's squad is very, very powerful. So I think we'll be okay there. So maybe we just provide him with maybe jewels or something for some range support. And then we could have Stefan down here. We're going to need a more upfront fighter type unit to assist him. So maybe we put Abigail down here. I think that would work pretty well. So let's get Abigail in the front. Like I said, for Craig, why don't we give him either Gunther or Jules, just to have some range support. Let's give him Jules. And then Diana down here, it would be nice to have her with some range support as well. So let's give her Gunther. And then, okay, we've got 3 more units we can apply. So, where are the bulk of the enemy? Diana's going to be pretty busy, so let's see if maybe we can get another good fighter with Diana. Barnabas maybe, or Sybil would probably be pretty good. Marion's squad is also pretty strong now. The good news is we've got lots of squads that are pretty powerful. Now, I don't know how well Barnabas is going to do with the terrain here. This is kind of a tricky footing, but hopefully he can do pretty well. Just looking around. Yeah, I think we'll put Barnabas down here. And then we'll give Craig another unit. Maybe someone that has a heal as well. We could put Sybil up here. And then we can put, perhaps, let's see, Hella. Well, actually, we can put Marion down here. Let's get Marion involved. And that's going to do it for our squad. So we're going to begin there. So remember, we have to seize the ships as best we can. Now, the good news is the enemy can't really bypass us here. So
we will always find a way.
We should be able to use that somewhat to our advantage. I say somewhat because it may also be a little bit to our disadvantage in that we are going to have a bit of a logjam going on, in that our units can't necessarily...
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Get out as far as we'd like them to, and they're going to kind of get bottlenecked. Let's see, Diana can get out there and start doing some heavy damage here. Oh yeah, this should be easy. Yeah, and there's that should be a kill. Yep, no problem. Okay, excellent. Good level ups all around. That took out the archers. And, you know, using Gunther might have been a waste. I don't know. Arsa.
I ain't got all day.
Okay, Barnabas is going to head up this way. And you know what? I think maybe we'll send Gunther... I'm tempted to send Gunther with Barnabas, but I think probably with Diana would be the better move. There we go. Alright, I think that's going to be everybody, so we'll end it there. This is going to be very tricky just because there's such a bottleneck. Ooh, ouch. Oh, man, my sorcerer was killed off. My siren, that is. And there's no way to bring her back. Oh, that's a shame. And, of course, I wasn't paying attention that there was a rogue there. Yikes. I may have to readjust my strategy and how I position units. I think I might have to adopt more of the strategy I use with Diana's group there, where I have a unit in behind to provide some protection. Yeah, losing that siren was a real shame. And there's no temple here to revive, so... Ooh, Gunther's going to take some punishment. Ouch. Yeah, Gunther may go down here. Okay, Barnabas coming under attack. Should be able to handle this reasonably well. Well, I don't think the terrain is really to our favor, given that we're on boats. Pretty good damage output there, though. Although Barnabas is a little worse for wear. Ooh, and this isn't going to be great. Ouch. Not too much damage, though, thankfully. Oh, shoot, I'm kind of disappointed we lost that siren. Dinar has granted me allies. I will finally be free of these monsters. Interesting. Okay, there's Narima. So that's the unit that, if we go back to our mission info, it says Narima is not defeated in battle. So we have to keep Narima alive. That's pretty important. So Craig, I think we're going to... Well, we could just kill off Ryan here, but I'd rather get Craig kind of more into the fight here. Down this way, perhaps. Maybe Sybil could kill off... Actually, hang on. Can we...
Stay strong, everyone.
Shoot, we don't have the range with Jules to be able to hit. What I'm thinking is I don't want to tie up my most powerful unit in Craig getting bogged down up here. I'd rather use Craig
I must
in
stay
the center
strong.
here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to send Craig down this way. There's no sense trying to heal because we can't heal... Yeah, we can't heal our dead unit, unfortunately. So
Time
maybe
to
we'll
end
move
this.
Jules in. We can attack and force their surrender, I think. Yeah, max chance. No problem. Perfect. And now
I'm
Sybil
just getting started.
can move down. Although maybe...
Donar, guide my attack.
Oh, I guess I can move Narima independently as well, so...
Here comes Sybil, ready or
You know
not.
what? Let's use Sybil and we'll seize the... Actually, hang on a second.
They'll notice this
If Sybil
one for
goes
sure.
here, that will block off the unit from that potentially
I
attacking
await
Narima.
your command.
So I'm not sure who Narima's going to have to
Sayuna
talk
will
to.
never die.
Probably Craig, so maybe I shouldn't have had Craig go all the way
Time to
down there.
even the odds.
But let's seize the ship. Perfect. Okay, and then down here, we're just going to try to clear house. So Abigail did take some damage,
I
but we
must be
should be
brave.
able to attack pretty easily here. Although, you know what? I could force surrender instead. Let's do that. Nice. And then Marion can step up and blast Stephanie here. This should be fairly clean. Nice. Okay, one of the sorcerers was killed. Good heal there. That went pretty well. Okay, excellent. That went exceptionally well. Alright, and then
didn't see this
Stefan
one
should be able to go right up here and hopefully get the kill with the ranged attacks here, I think. Perfect. Yeah, that's excellent. And then Stefan may get attacked by William, but that's fine. Or William may go for Sybil, but either way, we're in good shape. Now, over here, unfortunately, Gunther took some big damage. Although Diana is totally fine. Barnabas is a little bit worse for wear. You can see that he took some pretty heavy damage. Unfortunately, Diana is the only way we could really heal him. We don't want Barnabas to die. That would be not ideal. But the ranged attacks don't seem to do much to him, so I think we'll be fine if we just go for the kill here. Yep, no problem. And there's the surrender. Perfect. Okay, that went very, very well. And now we can still move him. We'll move up next to Filbert, I guess. And then Diana can probably just kill off the
paladin
archers
never
down here.
surrenders.
Little damage, nothing we can't handle. Perfect. Okay, now we've got Gunther still, but he is in pretty bad condition. I don't want to risk him getting hit by those archers, so we'll just leave him where he is. Alright, I think that's everybody. Alright, let's see what happens here. Ouch, some pretty good damage there. Thankfully we healed it. Ouch. Nice, okay, at least we got one kill. And a free heal, thank goodness for that. That's a pretty tough squad, though. We're going to need some help. Craig is kind of getting bogged down here, it looks like. Oh, man, and there's those rogues again. Thankfully, the priestess healed herself. We really got to watch out for those rogues. They are dangerous, dangerous characters. Okay, Barnabas should be able to tank this without too much difficulty. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so let's see. Percy's squad is pretty much toast.
Donar, guide my attack.
I would like to get Narima down here to perhaps chat with Craig. I'm assuming that's the character she
How
needs
can I
to
help,
talk
my
to.
lord?
Whereas over here, we can help out with our archer a little bit. Jules' squad might even be able to get the kill here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's devastating. Nice, good level up for all the squad. And then that frees up Sybil
I'm just getting started.
to start moving over this way to help out with Craig's situation. We'll go like this, and we can drop a heal on our units there, just to make sure they're healthy. Alright, now, for this unit, Mark, why don't we attack with Abigail?
I love this part.
Actually, Marion's in better shape, so maybe we should use Marion's squad. The only thing is, Abigail's unit there does need a heal.
My friends are counting on me.
You know what? I think we'll be fine. If we hit them pretty hard, I think we'll be okay. Plus, we'll have the heal, so... Nice. Okay, there's one kill. Okay, and yeah, the heal did what we needed it to. Perfect. Okay, just one unit left. We can certainly handle that. Alright, now Marion's group unfortunately can't make it past.
Getting real thirsty here.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shuffle like that,
Oh,
and then I'm
sorry.
going to
Did you need
attack
something?
and try to get the kill with the archers in the back of Stefan's squad. Perfect. Alright, so then next turn we can grab the ship. Meanwhile, Craig up
battle
here
lies
can
before
attack Percy's group. Should be able to do this without too much trouble, and we need to get a heal in there to get our units back to perfect. There it is. Back to full or mostly full health, I was going to say. Alright, now Diana's in
Donar be
perfect
with
condition, so she can head over here. And we will keep Gunther around, but we don't want to get too close, just in case. Meanwhile, Barnabas
School
can
is in session.
move up here and go after the archers and hopefully just clean them out easily. Yeah, no real damage taken there, nothing too bad. We didn't quite get the kill, that's unfortunate. I was hoping we would. We'll stay right where we are. Okay, I think that's everybody. So far, so good. It's just unfortunate I lost that Siren in Craig's stack. Yeah, Barnabas can tank that, and then there's the kill. Excellent. Alright, Craig coming under attack here. No substantial danger. We can heal that damage we just took. Yep. Although so can they. Let's see what we do as a retaliation here. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we can use Marion to capture the ship. Excellent.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
And then
can
why don't
do
we use Abigail to open the chest? Nice,
I
Medal of
love
Valor.
this part.
And then Stefan can move over and sit right there. Alright, now, up here, we have
I await
Narima,
your
who I
command.
believe needs to talk to Craig. Liberators, I am a friend. For allowing me to be free, I am in your debt. I am Narima. Craig, well met. You were one of the slaves here, Narima? Yes, I was to be sold as a slave, but before that, I wanted to free them. Then you are indeed a friend. Please join us for now, Narima. We could use your knowledge of the Tidereavers for sure. My blade is yours to command, Craig. Alright, so she can probably help us out here and just get the kill with her archers. I'm hoping, anyway. Oh, shoot. I was hoping we would actually get the kill. Oh, well, close enough, I guess.
We will always find a way.
Jules is going to go here.
Here
Sybil
comes
is going to
Sybil,
go
ready or
down like
not.
this. There's nothing really to heal other than maybe our own unit, so let's do that. And then Craig can get the finish on this guy with just
Time to
a
act is now.
forced surrender, which we'll do. That's too bad, though. I was really hoping we could have had Craig move up, get more into the action, but no such luck. Now, Diana's group is going to be
Repent
in pretty
before
tough
the
against
righteous.
all of these units. She's potentially going to get surrounded even, which could end very poorly for her.
Master Sergeant, awaiting orders.
Barnabas here. Let's go right up to the ship here. There we go. That's captured. And then next turn we can open that chest. Now, Diana, I'm a little bit nervous, but I think I should probably try to get aggressive here and push in. And then we'll go for broke here. Wow, look at that damage. Very nice. Now, unfortunately, because this is not a choke point, I don't feel comfortable moving my archer up to assist. I just don't think that's a wise move. So I'm going to leave Gunther kind of back here like this. I just don't think it's smart because Gunther could get annihilated pretty easily. So I think that's everybody. How are we doing for turns here? I think we're okay. Okay, now here's what I was a little bit worried about. Diana's squad's going to get ambushed a bit. Thankfully, they're dishing out punishment like crazy, which is excellent. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a kill. Very, very nice. And a nice level up for our rear guard. Again, I think we may have to adopt that rear guard approach more often just to protect that back line. Oh man, look at that. Craig got hit by a nasty magic attack. It almost killed him. Yikes, that's scary. Well, thank goodness we survived it, but we took some heavy punishment. Let's see how Diana fares. Okay, there's some magic. No problem, there's a good heal. Alright, here we go, another one. No big deal, we can handle that. Nice, there's a big kill. And this should be lights out. There it is, perfect. Diana making short work of everybody. Alright. So, Craig definitely took
They'll
some
notice
damage.
this
So
one
why don't
for
we
sure.
move Sybil up like this, and then we can drop a heal onto Craig's squad a little bit. There we go. Then, let's see, can we... Oh, we can't quite make it to that treasure chest. That's too bad.
I must not fail.
Alright, Abigail can go here. And then do a self-heal on her most damaged unit, I think, there. Marion can make it up to here. There's no real damage to heal for her, so we'll just
Getting
hang
real
out.
thirsty here.
Stefan can go here. Now, for Craig, it would be nice to get another heal in before we
Ready.
finish off our turn. So, I think what I'll do is I'll go here, and then we'll do a self-heal, and we'll probably do it on Craig himself, I think. Although, before we do that, let's just double-check. Yeah, we got plenty of rogues, so probably be better
A paladin
to
never surrenders.
be careful here. Let's get Diana involved here and see if we can get a kill. Nice, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so there's one of them eliminated at the very least. One squad, that is. Oh, and look at that. Class mastery level ups. That's excellent. Andreas and Armand. So Armand doesn't have any rogues, but Andreas has 2. So I definitely want to watch out for that.
For my
Not
people,
going to put Craig
for my
in
homeland.
range of them. I think if we're here, we're fine. And then we'll drop a heal on Craig himself just to keep him alive. Gunther can move over like this and can open that treasure chest next turn.
Sayuna will never die.
And then Nerima. Actually, Nerima might even be able to go
Time to
here.
even the odds.
And then
Stay
Jules
strong, everyone.
can go right there. All right, perfect. So Barnabas now, almost forgot about him,
Got all day.
but he can open this chest. A nice water affinity. And then that's going to do it for our turn. So we're in pretty good shape here. We just have 2 units left to eliminate and some treasure to claim. Wow! Oh my god. Yikes. Nerima, we just lost 2 units there. Oh, I got overzealous with putting her unit up front. Thank goodness she didn't die. Well, that was a mistake and a half. Yikes. Well, thank goodness we didn't lose Nerima herself, or that would have been really unfortunate. Boy, losing her 2 units, though, sucks. That wasn't... We didn't have to lose them.
Donar, guide my attack.
See, we lost a rogue and a bowman. Yeah, that's terrible. Well, at least we
I
can
must stay strong.
get Craig up there, and I don't think we're going to be able to force surrender. No, very low. So we'll just attack. Alright, very nice. Alright, so Gunther can open this. Proof of merit.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Alright, so then Stefan can move up.
Time to end
Jules can get up here and probably assist with killing off this unit. Perfect. Boy, having a really powerful stack of archers is very helpful. Diana can charge in to perhaps open some of these chests. And we'll do a self-heal because why not? Sure. There we go. Nerima can claim the ship. And
I'm just
Sybil can advance here. So Nerima is the, thankfully, like I said, is the archer, so she's alive. But the others in her stack, not so lucky. At least a few of them.
I must be brave.
Right, Abigail. Drop a heal there. And Marion can advance as well, so... Sure, we might as well heal the dragon. Oop, and I believe Barnabas can still move. That's the one we haven't
You
finished.
got a plan?
Not that it's really mattering at this point, but we might as well move him. Okay, so we can use Diana to open one of these treasure chests. Silver arena token, that's good.
My lord?
And then let's
Bet you
see.
didn't see this one coming.
We will
Jules
always
can
find
go
a way.
here.
Time to even the odds.
And then
I love this part.
we can put Stefan here.
The battle lies before me.
Craig right there. And we'll even shuffle with Stefan. And then I think we'll just let everybody else hang out because there's really nothing else for us to do at this stage. Well, I guess we could maybe try and heal
Here
Nerima.
comes Sybil, ready or not.
No, Sybil's already used all her healing. Abigail, perhaps.
Me.
There we go. We'll heal Nerima just because. Do the same with Marion here. Perfect. And then I guess we will just end it right there. And let's just, before we end the battle, let's just survey the map, make sure there's nothing else that we're missing. Yeah, I don't see any more treasure chests. We've opened all of them. We've captured all the ships. All that's left now is to open this last treasure chest here, which we can do with Stefan. Another proof of merit. And we'll just check our mission info. Yeah, so all we have left is to seize the final objective. so we can
The
use
time
Craig to do
act
that.
is now.
Excellent. A little bit rocky. We got a little overconfident and lost a couple units, but nothing absolutely critical that we lost. Thank goodness for that. We finished with that nice S rank, which is always good. Overall, pretty happy, although a little bit sloppy and definitely some areas to improve. Excuse me, Jules, was it? Yeah, I heard about you, Narima. Glad to have you with us. You are Sayonari, like me. Well, I was born in Sayuna, but adopted by Viridian parents after the Succession War. Really lucked out there. Perhaps it was luck. Perhaps the gods had better designs for your life, Jules. Tell me, have you been to our homeland since your adoption? Sadly, no, but I'd really like to someday. Please reconsider, or at least consult with me before setting foot in Sayuna. What? Why? I hear it's a wondrous place. That it is, but we live in difficult times now. Our homeland is not what it once was. Jules, we Sayonari must stick together in these times. Just promise you will consult me before doing anything rash. Sure thing, Narima. I appreciate having such a dedicated friend so soon after meeting. The honor is mine, Jules. Dinar be with you. Well, there you have it. We completed the chapter, and we learned a little bit more about, I guess, Jules' homeland, and that it's maybe not quite as, I guess, maybe safe or prosperous as it once was. So obviously we'll have to see what comes next. We were able to vanquish all of the Tidereavers, thank goodness for that, and we now have a new ally that's joined us in Narima. So it's unfortunate, like I said, we lost a few of the units, but overall pretty happy with the outcome. And we did get some good experience and some class XP with some of our kind of stalwart units as well. And of course, losing that Siren really hurt. I'm thinking this means I'm going to have to adjust my tactics a little bit, and I need to reposition my squads to have a rear guard. I think that's going to be the wise choice, just to keep those units protected. But in any case, we're going to end the episode here. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.